Yeah, Hearthstone got a really cool new card this week, the Dark Iron Harbinger. It's a 4-mana 7/4 with Death Rattle. Summon a 0/7 Doomsayer that destroys all minions at the start of your turn, which love harkening back here to the Doomsayer. Really cool. This is basically like the piloted shredder of Doom, like a giant piloted shredder that guarantees a specific, very annoying 2-drop. And I wanted to try to use this card in a deck that kind of cared about both halves of this card. In other words, like where sometimes as a 7/4 it's relevant because it's just like really high pressure 4-drop, but also it's one where the opponent really doesn't want to kill it. Not only perhaps because the Doomsayer would, you know, deny them a board, where it's like, shoot, if I kill this, I can't develop my own board because the Doomsayer is just going to wipe it, but also potentially that Doomsayer could enable things like eggs. You've got Nerubian Egg in this deck to get you a 4/4, the Terror Dax Egg to get you a like 3/10 sometimes or whatever. We've even got Terrible Chef in the mix for another Nerubian Egg, and of course the big guy, the Egg of Kalos, to get you that big 20/20 taunt. This one in particular is really nice, I think, with Dark Iron Harbinger, because sometimes technically with the other eggs the opponent can like kill the Nerubian Egg and then the Harbinger, and then your Doomsayer's killing off your Nerubian. Like that can be a tad awkward, but with the Egg of Kalos it's like, man, what do I do? It's like I can't deal with a 7/4. I also don't want to advance their Egg of Kalos game plan, so it becomes this really high friction, high pressure sort of scenario. Now, you know, this is not a full-on Egg of Kalos deck. Some of the more like almost combo-y aspects of this deck had to go away. For instance, like you can't have an Umbra in here because suddenly Umbra is, you know, resummoning you Doomsayers or whatever, which you just don't want a Doomsayer alongside your 20/20s. So I had to cut some of that combo-iness and like decided, you know, to very much build this as a true egg deck with lots of eggs, so that had a little bit more tempo. Now I will say, I think that makes the deck worse, for the record. Like this deck did not really do that well for me today. I had a kind of a good start and a good finish, but a very bad stretch in the middle. So I don't really think this is a good climbing deck or even a good alternative to like a more all-in Egg of Kalos deck. And I don't know if an Egg of Kalos deck could really utilize Dark Iron Harbinger quite as well, because again, it creates some other kind of contradictions in the deck that might not be as good. So this is a really cool idea, I think, and a very fun use case for this card, and it can certainly still have some big pop-offs and some hilarious moments thanks to this card, and just how surprising it seems to be to opponents where they have no idea what this is. They've never really thought about it before, but ultimately probably not a good deck, just a super fun one. That said, this is probably a card to keep an eye on for any other kind of egg or death rattle deck. There might be some sneaky plays with this where it's better than you think, just because it is such a high friction card, as you're about to see. All right, let's do it. Dark Iron Harbinger over Blob of Tar. We're madmen, but this is how we win games. With new cards. We don't care about old cards. Boo old cards. Yay new cards. Oh, it's pretty much a new card, isn't it? Haven't seen that one much. Do you stick to curve and save coin, or do you just coin Terradax Harbinger? I think the only downside with the Harbinger line is, like, you know, with these eggs versus the Kalos, right? Like sometimes they can kill both eggs and then the Harbinger, and then your Doomsayer, of course, is wiping your good stuff. As opposed to, but it just depends a little bit on like what their board looks like and stuff, and how far out ahead you are, and you know how likely they are to be able to deal with everything. Can they deal basically 7 or 10 damage worth of stuff, you know, to kill the eggs first? And then how valuable, oh, but when you get this anyway, who cares? Nice, dude. This is perfect. Now this is a great 3/4. We'll save coin for some bigger plays later, maybe something like a, you know, Dark Marrow combo or something. Opponent just hero powering the first 2 turns here. Quest, Death Knife, Lobatar as well. Cool. All right, go get him, Egg. Harbinger on 4. Turn 5, we'll figure it out. Maybe just eat plus another egg. Infested Breath to kill my 1/1, sure. Can't actually deal with that very well. But maybe it just keeps hitting my eggs and I don't care. Or maybe I get a Doomsayer to kill it, right? That's the other side of it. Dark Marrow does show up. Man, okay. Nice. Here's where they hover over the card to see what it does. It's gonna glow red in a second. That's been the story of the day so far. It's like, wait, what is this card? They seem to know what it is, man. Good for them, dude. That's actually sick. They're not just trying to figure it out. That's really cool, actually. Yeah, Eliza, right? Like, let's just go for more pressure again. And I'm hitting face for 7, 100%. I don't care that much about that right now. That currently is hitting my egg anyway, so might make my egg easier to activate. Trying to kill this guy now, finally. I get, well, finally, but oh, nope. Just gonna leave 11 up again. Okay. Very interesting. Now there's a cool play with like Dark Marrow plus Eliza. Or like maybe we just greed that instead of the eggs. Like the eggs become this really powerful force on board constantly. I feel like that's maybe a little too greedy. I'm just like kind of happy to keep hitting them for 11, I think. I'm just gonna do this instead, I think. I don't know. They might just be baiting me into more of a board, but these are all fine if they die, you know? You know what I mean? Like, this is Corpse Explosion's probably a little better, but it's just popping my eggs for me, you know? Really not the best answer. It's not gonna kill the Doomsayer, so I am gonna get another egg activator here. Shame we don't have one more point on that, but that's okay. This is gonna put the egg down to 2. Hit this for me. Face is the only thing that makes sense. So we got 2 hits on this now. Do we go ahead and try to make... We can't quite... I mean, let's go for it, right? Because a Conflagrate here would be insane. Like, just totally insane. Conflagrate, or actually another Eat, too. Another Eat the Imp would be fine, too. Either? Oh, Arc Druid's not bad, actually. Not perfect, but it just gives me... Wait. It's actually insane. Not all of those actually died this turn, but it's a few things. It's like an egg and another egg, right? Because the egg died off the you know, the Doomsayer. So this has 2 eggs, plus all the eggs are actually just useful on board now, thanks to the Eliza, right? Wansandi and Meadow Strider. Okay, that's kind of cool. We did keep up the Dark Marrow though, so we're just gonna have like a million 2020s. Can they deal with all those 2020s? How can you? Right? Like, just make them all, right? They don't have enough corpses for Corpse Explosion, and like even if they do, I got 2 more stacks of... Oh no, I don't have space! Oh, I just go face then, huh? Yeah, that's the answer. There's so many eggs, I don't even have space. Like, the Dark Marrow is getting diminishing returns. What's the right path there? I have no idea. I don't know. I actually have no idea what... you can't trade him off first. Oh my god, because that had 2 eggs and this is actually just ridiculous, right? Like, they got to deal with the 2020 first, and then as you deal with that, of course, a lot of other problems are going to crop up. Going for spell damage and a spell. I mean, what spell possibly answers this? Suffocate's pretty cool, but it's just gonna give me more dudes. Oh, well, actually, no, not yet, but Hellfire's lethal anyway. Doesn't matter. We're gonna kill them with just 1-3 eggs. That is delightful, dude. That is so evil, dude. This deck, when it hits hard. The Harbinger did seem to do a lot of the work that game too, where it's just like, what the heck do I do with this thing? I don't even know. Hey, okay. Let's put back the Arc Druid. We don't need that yet, but I like a lot of this stuff here. Show me the Dark Iron Harbinger. Warrior, either dragon or... Oh, they got a pet. Ysera. Ooh. Hey, it's Quest Warrior. Okay, so a lot of removal, but not always the best at dealing with the eggs. Like, Brawl, I guess, is pretty good. Ceaseless eventually, maybe. Anything else in there? We're all like kind of weird though, because you have other eggs, right? The world can get worse for them almost than better. So we might want to focus on making multiple eggs. So Arc Druids are good at that. Carnivorous Cubicles can do that. This can definitely die, but there's a chance you float it and it lives. Yeah, nope, Shield Slam. Honestly, don't mind that though, because they kind of wasted a Shield Slam here, I would argue. I mean, you know, Shield Slam's another thing that could kill an egg later, so assuming they get enough armor, which I think they could, but you know, also we are able to get some pressure out. Some big Eliza plays. Harbinger would be really great actually right now. Harbinger, do we get it? No, we got an Eat. Eat is also pretty interesting. Marrow, Conflagrate. Maybe go Chef here just from a curve standpoint. And hand size standpoint, yeah. This is a little bit more onboard pressure. Maybe keep that armor check in total. Armor total in check. English is easy. Marrow Conflagrate's really nice to get multiple eggs, by the way. You kind of want to save it till later, though, so that you have, you know... Well, I don't know. Yeah, you kind of do. You almost want to get it with the Arc Druids, too. Yeah, we'll probably go Eat the Imp first, or find a Harbinger and play it. Hey, that's the one. Okay. Let's just play the Harbinger here. Don't hate the idea of ripping a Conflagrate now. It's because, you know, you have plays for Dark Marrow later. And this just, you know, just accelerates a little bit here. So we're on 3 on this egg. I definitely do want to get copies down. I don't think 1 egg's ever enough. So, like we said, probably this at some point. This is like an 8 mana turn maybe, right? Hostile Invader. Safety Goggles. They're going to give me the Doomsayer here, which is going to move the egg 1 more stage along. Okay. So we're actually down to our final stage kind of accidentally here, but it dies this turn, which means the Arc Druids will already see it. Now it's not going to see those, but it will see the egg here. I think you just go double Arc Druid, right? Yeah. I don't think you go Dark Marrow here. You want to be able to like trade these in later, right? I'm going to do this. Next turn, we assume something is alive and we do this to make a bunch of 2020s. But I do like that these are like a little staggered out so they can't get all the 2020s at once, if that makes sense. Cursory Strike face just to draw because they don't want to unlock anything here. Elise going for a 5-drop inevitably, I'm sure. Yeah, so this next turn is Dark Marrow, Eat the Imp on the egg. Pop out 2 2020s. If they want to go for a brawl, they potentially just give me even more eggs. Maybe I should trade in one of these to have a first layer. But I don't know, because if you do, then like they might be able to like, you know, Precursory Strike it and get out yet another 2020. So maybe you don't rush it there. Maybe you just go face for 6. Trust the process over multiple turns, I guess. Right? Okay, so they have to figure out an answer this turn. But if they answer it, we get 2 more eggs that are ready to go again. I kind of just wish they were... I don't know, like, do I have too many layers in between my 2020s is what I'm getting at, right? It feels like maybe there's too many layers. I don't know. This has got to be a brawl, though. They don't have another choice. Going for a 2-3 extra in the mix and just... Oh, they're going for one of their shield slams. Okay, not a brawl, actually, maybe. I don't think you would ever shield slam then brawl. Oh, Bob to freeze. Wow. That sucks. I mean, that just kind of... Oh, wait. Did they just click the wrong card? I think they just played too fast and clicked the wrong one. We had a pretty interesting possibility anyway, though, of maybe dissolving oozing our 2020 here. I don't know that it would have necessarily been right, but it was definitely a possibility. We could have also, since our Death Rattle guy was still alive, you know, maybe that's why maybe they didn't actually click it. It looked like it popped up, but sometimes if you like end the game in the middle of a death, I think it just like auto picks one. I wonder if they realized that I had just too much upside, that like because the Dark Marrow was alive, I could have like killed one of those Arc Druids or whatever and gotten, you know, another set of an extra layer of eggs or whatever. Maybe they just decided it was too much, more so than they clicked the wrong thing. I don't know for sure how all that like animates when you look at it, but pretty cool, man. Like that was definitely a very sticky spot for them to get out of. I'm not going to say it was impossible, because I've seen some people get out of some sticky spots today against this deck for sure. But at least we put them in a sticky spot. That's the nice part, right? Okay. You know what? Actually, I might just go Egg Bear, honestly. They're really okay to play early. It's just little bodies in the way or whatever. And then that makes our egg hits potentially much better. Yeah, let's throw a 1/2 into that guy. Sure. Why not? Let's get double Pterodax egg into Dark Iron Harbinger. Stellar Balance. Yep. This is maybe Arcwing Pilot Mage or whatever it's called. What's it called? Arcwing something? I don't know. The Draenei thing. Didn't we have Spellwing in that deck? I don't remember, but definitely makes sense to get you a cheap spell for your spell burst. So yeah, Pterodax on 3 is totally fine here. Blob or Eliza on 4. Probably Eliza, right? I think I want to be more aggressive this game. I mean, Blob currently doesn't have anything to hit anyway, so definitely make... Oh, okay. Let's go Kalos instead, sure. Now I want a Dark Iron Harbinger off the top, kind of. Want to create that pressure outlet. It's still nice to have Eliza first, maybe, but either way. Harbinger on 4, and then on 6, you want Brittlebone Eliza. There's the Moonfire. Okay, so using that a little casually, not really using it for... Oh, yeah, here we go. Not using it for Arcwing stuff. I will also say the Egg of Kalos and the other eggs as well are kind of an interesting counter in a weird way to the Arcwings that deal 3 damage to random stuff, right? It doesn't always go face. It only goes face if the board is clear, but they'd have to clear the board first, which harder to do against an Egg of Kalos, potentially. Especially if I get multiples at any point via, like, cubicles or whatever. Even stuff like Arcane Missiles kind of sucks, too, where they're like, no, don't hit the egg, which they didn't. Good on them. Man, they are ripping through these Smoldering Groves. Are they going to risk... Oh, no, never mind. That's the one where the card's burning, not Smoldering Grove. That one itself can burn. They dodged an egg pop. Going face, sure. We'll just trade in on this. It's fine. We don't have a terror. Oh, hello, cubicle. That's really nice. We can actually just kill this. Which is scarier though, actually? This is a deck with a lot of cheap spells. I'm not sure this isn't scarier. We could kill the 5 health guy, but I think since we're gonna cubicle, let's just... We get to take the trade anyway, that's fine, but I think we just want to be safe. All right, so now this needs to die. We got 3 to go, which this is 1 hit already, which can certainly draw into more. I would love to find a Harbinger still. Harbinger plus Eat the Imp would be an incredible turn. Actually, we'll just probably do that and see if we find the Harbinger. That's great. They're going to kill the cube, of course. They don't want to deal with even more of these. I cannot blame them. We could find an Arc Druid as well. That would help us a bit, you know, finding answers to that Arcwing board. Having like lots of these bodies just to absorb so many hits, and then each one that dies, you know, even more bodies to absorb more hits. Could help shut that down. These being 1/3s right now is actually pretty cool on board. Like just a chance to trade in on these little guys, you know, just get them out of the way. Soften these up too for like a Pterodax egg or something. Actually, that might be the move even. You trade Pterodax egg. It's kind of cool, man. You deal with their stuff and you open up my guys. This is cool, dude. I like this a lot. It's like you could also do it on these, right? But you just kind of get a mix of a board now and set up your eggs as well for later, which is very cool. There's the Harbinger. Nice. Let's conflagrate this one. So it's pretty much done. 1 more to go. No, it is done. No. 1 more to go. 1 more to go. Awesome. It scared me for a second. So then you go maybe like Harbinger next turn plus perhaps another egg, maybe just the handler. Go Harbinger Buccaneer. How does that work together? Oh, they're going, dude. They're going. Is it gonna work? Aren't they just gonna pop out a lot of guys for me here, dude? This is like really scary. Are they gonna Oh, red card that one. Still though, I mean, still a lot of eggs. I mean, you know, how does this work? Does my death rattle resolve first? I think so, right? Oh my god, are you kidding me? It does not resolve first, we're learning. They all go at once. And then the death rattle resolves. Well, that's more annoying. I didn't know that, but that sucks. Hellfire. Wow. Wow. I mean, I don't know if this is gonna... We're at 11. I'm a little scared we're just gonna die to burst damage at this stage, but it's something at least. Red card, by the way, dude. Like, just randomly generated a red card. Like, are you serious? I should have a 2020 on board right now. That play would never be possible without that red card. Oh, this deck, I feel like this deck almost wants some healing, but at the same time, it's like, it's not a, you know, it's not a control deck, really. The like Kalos decks, the times you have Kalos are the games you want healing, but it's not really an all-in Kalos deck. Maybe it should be. That's a whole different conversation, right? I tried to make it more fun. I don't know that that made it more better. Dude, every single time I play this card, people hover over it and are like, what is this? I've never seen this. Everybody got it in the event, right? Like, it wasn't that hard to unlock. I got it after one quest or something. They probably just got it and never looked at it again. And they're like, I got to figure out what this is. Oh, yeah, they're just going for a lethal here, which is totally reasonable. I can't stop it. Like, they just have the damage over the top, which sucks. I mean, they just won the game on red card, right? It's really that simple. It's crazy. I don't even have a way to kill my egg right now. Shockingly. That sucks. Sure, man. Let's just hit him in the face and lose. Yeah. I'm sure we have lethal on board for next turn, but sadly just dead over the top. I'm sure of it. Maybe they'll go for another Arcwing board, though, and miss. Firelands Portal. Dude, that sucks. We just lost the game to a red card. Like, how annoying is that? Man. All right. Yeah, let's see how this goes, man. I was really debating when building this deck. Should I just do, you know, classic Egg Warlock? Feels weird to call it classic, but, you know, just Egg of Kalos or whatever. You know, but I wanted to just run like more eggs, basically. I just wanted to have more fun with more eggs. That was really the outcome. So that's what we're doing. We're just running more eggs instead. And that makes kind of more sense, because I was like, if I run Dark Iron Harbingers, right, like, you don't want only the Egg of Kalos paying it off. Potentially, you might want more payoffs, right? And I was like, well, I don't think we can run Umbra if I have Harbinger, because that would like make your... Sometimes you'd be getting like a 2020 and a Doomsayer at the same time, which is not... That's not what you want to happen, right? You don't want your Doomsayer there, but it just passes and kills your 2020. So I was like, well, let's maybe make the deck a little less reliant on Kalos and pull in some other eggs and see how it pans out, you know. There is still, of course, like the concern that the Doomsayer could occasionally kill the 4/4 Nerubians or whatever. There's other sides to it, but that's the plan anyways. We got Eat and Conflagrate next turn to potentially pop our eggs here. We don't even have to hit the chef, actually. We can just go a different direction. Will they eat the chef here, or will they just go face? We could also go like Eat Dreadhound as well. It's pretty good. Ah, nice. Okay. I think we yeah, I think we can maybe just go Eat Dreadhound. I mean, let's see what else we draw, right? I mean, this is his own kind of egg, which is nice. Harbinger's in the mix. Okay, cool. Do you ever go Archdruid of Thorns, actually? It's kind of its own egg again. That's a bit higher pressure, at least. Yeah, let's just go, man. I don't know. You could try to greed it a little more, of course, but it's not bad. This is a decently intimidating board, right? Like, kind of an annoying board. I did eat the right egg, right? Just realizing, like, I think so, but we better make sure. So next turn could again be like Chef, Houndler, depending on like what dies. Druid could be good again, because like Conflagrate on the egg, and then on this one, and then like boom. This sees these, right? Like, I think so, because of all those weird combos we had before. I never really played that deck. I like missed it by a couple days, and I was like, well, by the time I show it now, everybody's gonna be bored of it. That's kind of how it goes sometimes with with like more meme stuff. I mean, it was kind of good almost, but still kind of meme, you know. Stingers trading in a lot here. Just decided to go for the eggs finally. Sure, okay. I get it. I mean, they're doing a good job chipping through most of it, so. It also is like denying my follow-ups a little bit, right? Ooh, I see why they wanted to kill so many things. Nice. Do we just go Conflagrate on that instead here? Probably. Conflagrate plus what though? These together aren't great. I mean, it's fine. It's just not great. I do want to like max tempo, I think, for sure. So even though this is only getting a Dreadhound with Reborn, it's like I said, not great. It's still something. It's just stuff. Dudes on board. Okay, well, opponent's chilling. We have 8 damage out. We have some reach in this deck, but honestly not a ton. I was debating on how much to include because like Hellfire is, you know, both an egg popper and damage. How much do you want to put in, you know? Harbinger, like we've kind of missed the window on it a little bit. I feel like, you know, like you want this when you still have some eggs. I don't know if we're at that spot right now. Another portal. Eating the portals. Not gonna hero power up. They are okay. Down to 19, I guess. Oh no, 20. Yeah, attack there. Yeah. Can't quite tidy everything up, but they sure do get through a lot of my stuff here, and they're healing a fair bit too, which is annoying. Terrible Chef plus Hellfire does not seem good. You might just go tap Harbinger, honestly. The Doomsayer, though, at this stage, again, like feels a little more like a liability. Hey, that helps a little, actually. Okay, let's do this. Now, see, the risk is here, right? Like, because this didn't come down on curve, like, there is a world where they, like, pop the eggs first, you know, and then kill this. Like, they have enough that they can kind of set up the Doomsayer itself. Which, you know, if they are left with an empty board anyway, they're not going to mind. So, like, this is where this becomes a little bit of a liability. But, you know, that's what the point of testing decks is, right? Like, is this actually good or bad? We don't know until we try. That's the whole point. I don't know when else you'd necessarily... Like, this feels like the right kind of package for this card. I don't know when else it would feel like a great card. In other words, you know, like a control deck, sure, you like Doomsayers, but you don't really love 7/4s. This deck, actually, you love all parts of this card. You love that it's kind of an aggressive body. You know, it's a threat itself. You love the Doomsayers because they pop your eggs. Like, it all kind of collides into a nice little thing here, which is cool. Portal to Argus again. Do they have any, like, AoE here? That would be pretty annoying to help them get through the Harbinger and like all my chunks and leave me with an empty board, right? Stingers are also pretty good. They can trade into the Harbinger and the egg here. Again, leaving the 4/4 out and the Doomsayer. Do I keep any 1/1s here? I feel like they can also hit 1/1s, right? Oh, they're not killing them. I don't know what's happening yet. It's all still shaking out. Oh my goodness, I do not think that's what they wanted. 11 and 4. I mean, this is just lethal. Yeah, wow. I honestly think they just hadn't really thought or seen this card yet, maybe, and were just like trying to figure out what to do with it, right? And it was like probably not actually that hard of a thing to solve, but it was just one of those where your brain hasn't processed it yet. So you're just like, oh god, oh god, oh god, what do I do? And then like you just kind of like fumble it, right? You just don't quite get there on it. Hey, new card alert. You know what? Let's try it. Yeah. Rogue. Maybe could have a hard time dealing with all this stuff. We would probably prefer Egg of Kalos for the Harbinger over anything else. I really was so stuck on which way to go with this deck. Like all eggs or just Egg of Kalos, but I kind of just thought Egg of Kalos, like it was so boring. It was like actually a good meta deck for a while there after its big time buff. I thought you'd want to see like other eggs in the mix, you know, like bring back the Ruby and Egg Regis. So there's one thing you can do for us. It's bring back the classics of Hearthstone. A 10-year-old card, basically, I think. Maybe 11-year-old card. Hey, speaking of, You know what? Let's play it. Yeah. Let's start creating that friction already. Now, the problem with the regular eggs and Harbinger, of course, is that if they're able to like kind of kill both the Harbinger and the eggs, they can, you know, wipe out your Nerubians or whatever as well. But, you know, maybe that's not the end of the world. Unlike Egg of Kalos, where it's like, well, they can't really kill the Egg of Kalos. The Harbinger's probably going to make that go off. Now, that's it. They're just doing it for us anyway, which is great news. I'm just going to keep them on the back foot and go face here, I think. They want to do the job for us. That's fine. I don't mind at all. I think instinctually a lot of people are just like trained to do that because the eggs can create problems. I don't know if there's follow-up so much right now that, you know, I guess there's Archroot of Thorns is kind of that sort of follow-ups. There definitely are some follow-ups that punish this already. So this would be a very bad time for the Harbinger. Let's just go Blob of Tar. That is certainly fine always. Maybe one of the best cards in Hearthstone right now. If not the best, Elise probably would have to be considered the best. There's probably some specific class cards that are up for that conversation as well, but so still not a good Harbinger scenario for us just yet. Conflagrate also maybe not ideal. Let's start here. We're probably just gonna go Terrible Chef. Never mind. We're gonna go Kelos. Yeah. What is this guy? Honorable kill. I mean, yeah, maybe. Part of me prefers going face here, but just to deny any little upside there. I don't know. Opponent emoted. They're pumped about something. I don't know. They might be happy I played an Egg of Kalos for some reason. Maybe they have a reason to somehow to like steal it or silence it or something. The good news is, unlike the real versions of this deck, we're not like all in on that game plan, right? We have other ways to win. As you can see, you know, they're at 18. We're just pushing here. So we're not too stressed either way. We do have very good follow-ups right now for the egg, though. I mean, depending on how much they clear here, I will probably be tempted to just Harbinger. Because that also, Harbinger has that second upside of like denying the opponent any tempo too, right? It's not just about activating my eggs, but they also maybe can't make a play suddenly. And it's much happier that way too. They're also down to chill 12 if we want them to be, which is kind of cool. Whoa, does that need to die? I don't really think so, right? Let's go Harbinger since our board has gotten a lot less interesting. Like we said, if they go ahead and I mean, they're not gonna clear the egg and then also like, we just go face still, right? Yeah, I think so. This is creating a real pickly situation for them. They gotta kill it, I think, but that means they can't counter develop. So how much turn can they muster here without minions? Or I mean, I guess they could kill it all technically, right? They could also kill the Doomsayer, but then it's like, my god, you've sent 11 damage into this thing. That's still a win. This deck creates this scenario where there's just no winning against this card, really. Like there's the only way to win is if you don't have a Kalos, maybe. Like if you know, like I said, if you pop a Nerubian egg and then also pop the Harbinger, yeah, you can clear my Nerubian, but you still don't get to counter develop, right? You still lose your board. So it's like, even the worst case scenario is still kind of sometimes like a win, where they just have a lot of problems to solve. So here it's like, do I kill this? They're thinking about it right now. They're like, do I have to kill this? Do I trade my 5/8 in just to get rid of the 4/4 and the 1/2, you know? But you can't leave it up because you can't take 7. You're like, I can't take 7. There's no way I can take 7, right? So you're just like stuck. It's really an interesting dynamic. They gotta kill it. You just have to. You gotta use your 5/8 too. You can't take face damage here. Are they gonna leave it up and just kill everything else? Maybe they are. They're gonna every single time it just like makes people freak out. Like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. So maybe we'll go like double Dreadhound here then. Just kill that 5/4, run face for 7. Maybe put in like a Pterodax egg so that we have another, maybe punish a little bit for the Harbinger here. We are actually like kind of almost able to activate this already. Not quite though. You know, so let's just chill. Let's use the rush here effectively. Let's go face here. Put them on the back foot on. Let's go Pterodax egg. I will say like the Pterodax isn't great against the Dreadhounds. Maybe you go Chef instead. Chef's a lot easier for them to kill both, but I mean, if they do, like I said, it just advances my Kelos. So it's like, are we really losing in that exchange? They create a separate problem for themselves. So hit. They would want to kill my egg first. They get hit with face. They'd have to sequence everything, right? Well, no, you can't really. No, you could. You could use Elise plus a 1/1. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go Chef. I don't know. It's debatable. They kind of both have different advantages, because this one's like a little bit harder for them to kill off first, but not really because of the weapon, right? Oh, they're going for armor. They're desperate. Yeah. They're at 5. I get it. So like next turn we can go like conflagrate, Archdruid, and just have like a crazy Archdruid, right? Maybe it could have even more if the egg somehow survives or something. Just think about how annoying this board is to deal with, though. And what spell does a rogue get that's really good there, I wonder? Their imbue discount's not enough that they get anything crazy off their hero power, but certainly still worth a roll. Yeah, this is just like such an annoying looking board, isn't it, man? They're just, every game I play, people just hover over this card like, what is this? I've never seen it. Even though it's in the event, like, you know, they know what it is. It's just like, I get it. I would be the exact same if I wasn't playing this deck. It's like this weird little puzzle out of nowhere you have to solve, right? They're killing the egg for me instead. Okay, so they got some healing here. They're gonna be happy about that. Like, do I just take this trade and leave myself? I think so, right? Like, we just let the Doomsayer. They would probably in that case decide to kill the Doomsayer, right? That's the thing. But I like don't really care, maybe. Dissolving Ooze gives us some like OTK potential too now. Actually could even happen now depending on what we hit, right? So I think we trade in, we set up the Doomsayer. This Archdruid right now is like, it's not perfect. Like, we could go Ooze Archdruid still.
What is taking so long?
This isn't like too all in, is it? This Archdruid's gonna have 3 eggs in it. The problem is like the future eggs are a little difficult for me to activate, right? And they might clear the Doomsayer too, so I may not even have a great activation this turn. I don't know yet. I don't know. Like, can they kill a fresh Doomsayer like this, right? Also, how much board space am I gonna have for all these eggs is another thing. I guess the 3/3 clears, but they could hit this first and only give me 2 eggs instead of 3 right now, which, I mean, still, that would be great if they killed it and left the Doomsayer up anyway. It would just advance 2 eggs right now. Yeah, I don't know. Again, really pickly scenario for the opponent. I have 1 egg also that's ready to go, so if they let the Doomsayer go off, I'm getting a 20/20, unless they like silence or something, of course. Dude, you can even give your Doomsayer a 0/3 buff in this deck. It would actually be kind of a cool play. Like, if I had 2 mana, I would definitely have to think about it, right? You definitely have to think about it. I just love the way this just completely seems to just like it's just like the highest friction deck I think I've ever played. It's so sick, dude. It's just putting all of it on the opponent and being like, solve this, figure it out, what's your best play? And it seems like they just never really know quite for sure what the best thing to do is. It's just so many weird little stacks of problems, right? I would be so annoyed playing against this. Because it's not just about like what's the most like clean execution. They're not gonna have time to hit this button, whatever it is. Like I think we just playing Eliza because they're out of time. So this is gonna kill the Eliza and the Elise, and pop me a 20/20, and a bunch of eggs as well, right? Left over on top of that. Do we go for another Dark Iron Harbinger here just because it's annoying? Do we have? Yeah, we do have 1 more egg ready to go. So if they killed the Harbinger and deleted my 20/20. I mean, you don't really want that, though, is the thing. I might just go for Blob. Because you want it to be able to attack, right? Like, that would be, like, the one additional upside on this deck, is if it could somehow also attack. So I don't actually have space to summon the new egg here. I think maybe you wait then. Yeah. If these 1/1s weren't here, it'd be better. So like they have to figure out this 2023. We have 3 more eggs loaded up at various stages, which is kind of probably mostly helpful. They do have 13 health and the ability to gain more, and maybe even more. We saw a second location as well, so we don't know yet. Cubicle on that last egg there, though, would be very nice. That last step egg, right? Basically just creating a little engine of eggs. They're up to 19, so they, you know, you could almost heal out of range here, even against my dude. I wonder if I should have gave it the health or the blob. I was mostly just thinking about getting rid of the card for any reason. Oh my god, what is this? Oh, reduce the cost of all minions by 2. Oh my god, Dethrone's insane, dude. Great hit, but I do have poisonous for that, thank god. I need to trade in my 1/1s as well, just to get them out of the way, right? Opponent is definitely, you know, putting up a little fight here. We used our ooze for activation, not for lethality, right? So we kind of, wow, they could get a wand. Oh my god, that's actually a win condition. Maybe if they got a wand of disintegration, we could definitely lose in that case. Let's just cubicle our guy like we said. I don't know which of these. Well, wait, is the cube guy gonna work though? We could actually just Hellfire, honestly. To advance the rest of the eggs as well here. You kind of hate throwing away these, but if I go cube egg guy, I go to 6. I guess no, that works for now. Do I want to Hellfire though just because I can, right? That's another question. In fact, you could maybe just Hellfire after and get 2 20/20s, right? Just so that you do it now. Oh no, that's end of turn. No, that won't work. Do you go Harbinger then? No, because you don't want to leave the Doomsayer again. I think you maybe just sit, right? Problem is, these are just not far along at all, but I'm gonna have a fresh one off of that. So I'd have an activator next turn, right? I think that's probably better. Yeah, it's like, can you deal with a 20/20 every turn? Can you kill the cubicle? Probably. That doesn't seem that hard, right? It's just 6 health. Snipe that with whatever random spell or something, right? That might be easy. I'm a little bit worried about the wand of disintegration now, though, because that would wipe out my entire board. I'd have to start from scratch. I feel like we'd lose the long game, right? Eventuality, sure. Another imbue. I mean, they have like almost enough damage on board to kill this, right? Dethrone again. Oh my god, these dethrones are killing me, man. This guy's not that scary. This is looking like a very, very enticing Hellfire now, though. They're gonna pop it for me? Yes, do that, please. Yes, that would be the best thing ever. I would be very, very happy. Please do exactly that. Yeah, that would be perfect. I don't have a way to kill the red giant, but surely they're out of ways to kill the Kaloses, right? Like, surely? Do we just go Brittlebone, Nerubian Hellfire here to just create another couple layers of threats? Like the 4/4 is just giving me a bit more upside. Actually, a Pterodax egg also looks kind of good now because you kill that 4/4 as well. Right? That might be a little bit better. They're also just kind of higher health totals. I'm like kind of nervous to keep life tapping, by the way, man. Like that's kind of a pain. I'm also damaging my guy a little bit here. I don't know how much we care about that really, right? Maybe a little bit. Maybe throw in an egg again. I care about going down to 13. They got 9 on board. If they could somehow clear my taunt again. Yeah, let's not life tap. Let's do this. So we got one more egg ready to go again for next turn, but I just need one of these to finally attack is the problem. If they get a dethrone off this, I swear to God. I swear to God. I'm gonna be very angry. Trading here with numbers, just looking for the damage output. Oh, 6 raptors will do it. Yeah, that's sick. Okay. That's pretty cool. They also gained 12 freaking armor, dude. Like, oh, they don't even need 6 raptors. These are insane, dude. These are crazy work. I need to be able to pop my egg next turn for sure, which I currently do not have a mechanism to do. I would have to find eat, Cube or Hellfire. I will draw 2 out of 8 cards if I want to. They did spend their entire turn for this, though, so that helps a little. Popping this egg would also nicely deal with the Raptors for me. A Hellfire would be rather dreamy. I would probably still prefer a Cubicle, though, maybe. I think they decided, hey, they got this egg. Let's go ahead and trade these in anyway, because that egg might pop and eat my guys. I think that's very smart. Eliza's not really it for us right now. Hellfire is quite nice, though. I am down to 10, so that is in range of like some scary stuff. But surely, hopefully, maybe, finally, this is the board that connects. We've got one last 2020. They don't have their location up this turn. They're at 27. So I do actually need more than just my guy here. God, dude, it ain't over necessarily, man. If that location comes up again, I'm very nervous. These guys are actually so good at dealing with this, you know? That Eliza earlier makes them so much nastier. I mean, it's technically only 18, I guess, so it's not technically enough, but sure is, you know, it's free. They have the whole entire rest of the turn to do it, so you would think it would be enough. Oh, they're going for the duels hits. Do they have anything? I'm sure they must have another class card in hand. I don't know how many of these they've been playing, but it must be possible. I think a wand, Book of the Dead. There's a few things here that could win them the game for sure. That's gonna get the that's discover card from another class, right? I think, or what was that card? I don't even know. Oh no, that's from your deck. Oh no. Prep. No way! Oh my god, dude. It could have just popped out another 2020 and it sniped. Oh my god, dude. I'm gonna lose. They're the greatest player in the world. I'm not even mad. Like, good for them. They've found their way through this insane, just unbelievable conundrum. Oh my god, that's so sick. I'm gonna lose to anything. Duel's Treasures are definitely one of the top choices. I feel like I'm dead, right, dude? I guess you can just kill this but you don't actually want this to be what dies because you want to eat it and get more of them, right? So you have to put in a Pterodax egg and hope that it eats the Pterodax egg, right? And not either the cube or the 2020. Boy, this is scary. Eat the Pterodax egg. I need a roll, baby. That's game, dude. We're dead. Wow, I'm honestly not even that mad. That was just an incredible, well, it's really Elise locations, right? Like, come on, dude. Come on. Did we have a way to create a faster outlet of pressure? I don't know. Like, we staggered our eggs so much. I'm not really sure. I don't know. This is like impressive, but also so indicative of the like random garbage go world that, oh, that's a signals treasure too. So indicative of the you know, random garbage go approach that Hearthstone has thrived on lately, you know. The last egg deleted, they're BMing us to show off the duel's treasure, which I can't blame them. That's pretty sick, to be honest. I would do the same. I'm wondering, like, you know, we took kind of a pace there, right, with our you know, like I did the dissolving ooze on the egg to create the egg pressure outlet faster sort of thing, right? Like, you know, maybe we should have saved that for a lethal push instead, right? At the time, it seemed smarter to go for the 2020 just to make sure you were creating that pressure as fast as possible. In hindsight now, though, you're thinking like, hey, maybe we should have gone a different way. Doesn't mean actually we were wrong. Just, you know, the bonus of hindsight is often a lot, makes you a lot smarter, right? Obviously, we can't win the game. So we will life tap and we will pass. We will show them more eggs and fun stuff, though. No, we won't. Just kidding. We're out of eggs. No eggs remaining. Why is my what's left in the deck? Deck tracker was like freaking out, dude. It had a meltdown there for a second. I don't know. It's just gone. I'm out of card. Dude, don't be him. I was complimenting your deck and I thought you did a heroic thing. Don't be Don't get salty on it. Like, you already BM'd a mislead. Okay, well, no. It was fun, dude. Like, actually, I'm just gonna go. I'll be back when they're done. We'll see you guys shortly. Okay, I don't know how long that took, but I hope they had fun. That was actually a really fun game. That was very cool. I will happily take one of those losses any day of the week. All right, yeah, Nerubian, eat the imp. Why not? We got a rogue. I just played a rogue with this exact same portrait. It is not the same person though. Hey, Egg of Kalos is here. Okay, so we got a Kalos game. Yeah, Harbinger. Sure, we'll take a Harbinger. Let's get one. New card alert. Imbue Rogue, nice, very fun deck. I like seeing people play Imbue Rogue. It's like, you know, one of the few times I would be excited to play Rogue, probably. Now, this deck, you know, we are a little bit more kind of like tempo-y than like a Kalos deck, which is really almost more like a combo deck where you're like trying to advance your Kalos as quickly as possible. That's not us, right? So I wonder if we do just go for a Hellfire here instead of a Kalos first, but you could go Kalos first and still get your Hellfire next turn. And, like, you know, if you're willing to sacrifice a little bit of damage, you might actually get more out of their board. It also doesn't totally suck to just play a blob of tar on turn 4. This is the best egg in the game, perhaps. Different shaped egg, right? Different function, but still very good. I will say, you know, post, it's not quite as interesting post Hellfire. Now, if the opponents are killing our eggs for us anyway, like, hey, let's do it. What do we care? That means no Hellfire is needed and blob is perfect. And then, you know, blob cube too is insane. I think you'd probably have to take blob cube over cube Kalos, right? I think so, yeah. Oh man, Hellfire would have been even better, but they're just trading for us, so no biggie. Yeah, let's just go blob here like we said. Absolutely fine. See what's up for Cubicle. If blob is gone, as it often would be, we'll obviously just cube the Kalos. It's not maybe perfect to have all these early Kalos bodies getting summoned over and over again. So, you know, there is some logic to waiting, I guess. If they don't kill this, it's definitely going to be the play, though. That is definitely what's happening. So let's freaking go. Okay. Yeah, fresh blob incoming. More tiny blobs in the way here. This is beautiful stuff. Can they get to the cubicle now? This could just win games on its own, right? Now Hellfire does look a lot worse, but Eat the Imp still looking solid. Conflagrate looking great. Dubious Purchase hits a tiny baby boy. Let's go. We get another cube coming, dude. This is beautiful, actually. Oh my god, so good, actually. Let's eat first, see what we get off that. There's more choices here. Pterodax Egg. Dreadhound Handler seems pretty okay, actually. And then maybe you just go Conflagrate. We need space for this, so we got to be a little careful of that. Conflagrate, draw again. Did we kill this for them? I don't see why, right? Let's just go face. So another blob incoming. This is down to 3 hatches, so we got this is close, right? Dissolving Ooze technically gets you there, but you need more mana. But we don't even really need to stress about that just yet. This is a perfectly insane play, by the way. Oh man, the Cubicle summoning the taunts next to himself screws us. It does soften up our egg, but not enough to actually make a difference. What an insane answer to that insane board we had, by the way. Like, Nomelia was so freaking perfect. It's actually crazy how good that was. Archdruid of Thorns might be one we kind of want to wait on, actually. It's a 5 cost play. There's just not much to go with it, is the thing. You could just do like Terrible Chef plus Hellfire, honestly. I think it's okay. They're left with a 2/2. I'm just advancing my egg is what I'm thinking about, right? So next turn you have like this, this, and this maybe. It's not the perfect time to go for Thorns, but it's... Well, I guess you don't really need this. I don't know. I learned before this does not work with this, since it's only gaining a death rattle. Doesn't have the keyword. Obviously makes sense. I just hadn't thought about it. So you could go here instead for 5 and then go Hellfire, depending on, you know, what the opponent's board looks like. That puts your egg down to 1. Stargrazer. Dang, that's cool. Okay, so actually we could clear with this now. Like trade. Pterodax Hellfire, the 1 damage steals the final point there. Unless they kill my 4/4, that is. I think they might go face though, yeah. We'll never trade anymore. No respect. There's no respect. So we can just, I think, finish on Egg Bearer, right? I don't know though. I mean, I don't hate this now either, right? It's still a pretty good egg. But I think you just go here for now. I think it's fine. So this is final step. I don't actually have a way to kill it other than ooze right now, but I mean, I guess that's fine. I don't need another way to kill it, I suppose. Hopefully that 2020 is like enough to protect me here, because I'm at 10, dude. After all my self-hellfires and stuff, we are very low. None of those really help my opponent. This only hits friendly minions, of course, so I don't think this is going to help them much. A lot of cards up there, but is there anything that answers a 2020 specifically? I can imagine some things. Oh, but they're digging. They're like, I gotta find an answer, dude. They're like, this problem is upon us. We gotta sort this out right now. I don't have any time to spare. Another Archdruid of Thorns. Holy crap. Yeah, again, I don't know that this 2020 is gonna stick, but it kind of has to. Ah! It does stick! They don't have an answer. I would have at least seen what happens, right? Like, I don't know. I mean, I was gonna have pretty nutty board again, but nice, dude. Good stuff.